friends, I'm Kelsey and I'm with the Children's Creativity Museum in San Francisco, and today we'll be making seed bombs, so let's get into it. Have you ever noticed the wildflowers in your neighborhood? Maybe they grow between the cracks of the sidewalks, or next to a lone tree, or maybe even stretched out in a big field. Wildflowers are flowers that grow that weren't planted on purpose, and they can bloom in random places for tons of reasons. Wildflowers are an important part of the ecosystem because they can help create a thriving habitat for pollinators like bees and birds. They can also support soil health, and they can help to prevent erosion. And we can support wildflower growth by making our own seed bombs. Seed bombs are little balls made of clay and soil and packed with wildflower seeds. And when you toss a seed bomb into a patch of earth, it will slowly break down and the seeds will plant themselves, taking root and sprouting a blanket of new wildflowers to help out the bugs and the birds and the environment. So let's get making. You'll need wildflower seeds. And as a quick aside, try looking up which wildflowers are native to your area. Those specific wildflowers are what the native bug population needs the most, and they'll also grow the best because they were made for your environment. Okay, back to supplies. Besides wildflower seeds, you'll also need clay, soil, a big old mixing bowl or tub you don't mind getting dirty, an old spoon you also don't mind getting dirty, water, and something to store your seed bombs. First, you're going to want to prep your space. This project can be messy. If you have a safe outdoor space to work, that might be best, but if not, that's totally okay too. I'm gonna spread out some old paper bags, but you can use an old sheet or towel to help contain the mess and keep the soil in your seed bombs and not all over your house. Next, I'm going to measure and mix together the clay and soil. I'm using this old Tupperware and I'm going to mix together 1 part clay to 2 parts of soil. So I'll do 2 spoonfuls of clay and 4 spoonfuls of soil. If I did 1 spoonful of clay and 1 spoonful of soil, the clay would outweigh the soil since the clay is much more dense than the loosely packed soil, and you want the measurements to end up being more even. So doubling the soil will kind of even out how dense the clay is. Once my clay and soil are in my mixing bowl, I'll start incorporating them together. The easiest way I found to do this is to kind of push the clay in between my fingers and break it down in size a little. And then mix it together with my soil. And I'm going to use some water to help glue the two together and keep everything moist. The clay helps to retain moisture, which helps the seeds to germinate, and the soil will help anchor the roots and give the seeds some much needed nutrients. Once the clay and soil are fully mixed together, I'm going to grab a small handful and form it into a rough ball. And then I'm going to poke a few holes into the ball and drop a few seeds in each hole. And then I'm going to roll the ball in between my hands really well so the seeds are fully incorporated. And that's it. I'm going to store them in this Tupperware, and on my next walk, I'll bring along a seed bomb and toss it into a public area that I think could use an explosion of wildflowers. From out here, I found some patches of grass that I think could use infusion of wildflowers. It's going to be pretty unceremonious, but I have my seed bombs right here. And I'm just going to take one. And then when I'm on my walks in the future, I can check in on the progress of my wildflowers, which I think is pretty cool. So have fun, Happy making and happy wildflower sprouting.